everyone, welcome back. This morning we're going to be harvesting some potatoes. Stevj is back. Let's have a look here, hold on. What do we have?
What Senor Fernando and Elise brought us. Our lovely neighbors brought us some pepino.
Yes.
And some beans.
I think they felt sorry for us yesterday.
Yeah, they were laughing at us. We only had 7 beans in our soup there.
That's so sweet. Aw, let's see if we have any luck today.
Yeah. We're going to check. These are the volunteer potatoes, or as we like to call them, free potatoes, because we didn't plant them.
No. It will give us an indication.
Yes, we're going to do these first before we try our top ones to see if it's worth it at all. Oh, it's looking good so far.
Wow, happy days. So far so good. Already looking better than last year.
Oh,
nice.
They're not the biggest haul, but free potatoes, we'll take them.
Yes. That's potato harvest done.
Yeah, we're quite happy. At least this time we got more back than what we planted.
We did,
So
definitely.
to us, that's a success.
So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
But it's hard work.
Backbreaking.
Wow. But yeah, definitely worth it.
For sure.
Yes.
We won't have to buy potatoes for a while at least.
This is our harvest. I'm happy. They mostly medium-sized potatoes, and for our first time, it's pretty good.
Well, second time, but first real time.
Yes, first real time. The first time we planted at the wrong time, and our neighbor Shane, he was so sweet. He brought us potatoes the next day when he heard that we had planted all our potatoes in the ground at the wrong time. So yeah, not too bad.
I'm happy.
Yeah. So we've planted gem squash our first time, and we've never seen a gem squash this big before. So we're hoping it's a gem squash.
Oh my word, that's
Right?
huge.
So we're gonna open it up and have a look
And see.
Yes.
So we've had a busy couple of days, busy working, doing the potato harvest and all of that. So today we've decided we only worked this morning, doing our little bit of irrigation and a few odds and ends. So we're doing a quick dish, Arroz de Marisco, and then we're off to the river beach to go soak up some vitamin D.
Yes,
We have
please.
either vitamin C food over here and then vitamin D just now. So let's get started. We've got the pan on the heat already. Just gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then to that we've got a little bit of green pepper, some garlic and onion. So this is just going for a few minutes. We're just sauteing it to get it nice and soft and nice and fragrant too, which it already is.
Smells good.
So to that, when it's nice and soft, we're going to add a little bit of our tomato paste. Should do. Stir that in. And that's been cooking for just under a minute. We're going to add our can of chopped tomatoes with our 2 bay leaves. Like that. And then also we're going to add a little bit of dried coriander leaf. These are ones that we grew ourselves and dehydrated. Just going to add a little bit of that too. So while this cooks down for a few minutes, we're going to pop a lid on that. We're going to see here we harvested our first gem squash. Might have been a little bit early, but we're going to see. It's the biggest one we've ever seen. I know they do get bigger than this, but this is the biggest one we've ever seen. Just going to take off the stem.
Oh goodness, moment of truth.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh wow.
A little bit white, but it looks good.
Sure.
So we're going to leave it just like that. We've got a pot of water that's just coming up to heat. We're going to pop them in.
Will they fit?
Just. Yeah, because luckily it doesn't have to be submerged because it steams with the boiling water. It warms from the bottom and then it steams in there. So we're going to
let that go for about 10 minutes or so.
Turn that up, pop a lid on and let it go for about 10 minutes and we'll see. This smells amazing. So the tomato mixture has been cooking down for about 5 minutes. We're going to add the rest of the goodies. I'm going to put in the seafood mix. We like to keep the crab sticks until a little bit later so they don't fall apart too much. Put that in, just mix it through. Just get everything nice and coated. So that's nice and coated. We're going to add the rice. We've got a cup and a half because we like to cook a lot of rice. Put that in and then we're just going to get that coated too. So we've got the rice and the seafood all coated with the tomato. We're going to add stock. The stock is optional. You can use seafood stock, you can probably use chicken stock or vegetable stock. We're using the octopus stock from the video that we did the other day. So I've got a cup and a half of that. I'm just going to strain out any bits that are in there. And then I'm just going to add another cup and a half of water to be double the amount of the rice. And then I'm just going to stir that in. So we're just going to mix that in nicely, everything together, and then we're just going to bring that up to a boil. And then we'll boil it or simmer it for about 8 minutes. Then we'll add the crab sticks in and let it go for another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we should be good. So that's been boiling away like that for about 8 minutes. We're just going to add in the crab sticks. Go for another couple of minutes. Lovely and saucy. So that's been going for in total about 11 minutes. We're just going to give it a little taste, see if it needs any seasoning. Natalia.
Ooh, yes please.
So Natalia says tiny little bit of salt, so we're just going to add a little bit of sea salt. We'll give it a small stir through and then just let it go for another minute and it should be good. So that's done. Natalia had another taste and approved of it, so we're just going to garnish it with a little bit of parsley. We've turned the heat off already. There we go. And then we're going to check on the gem squash. Oh, that looks quite good.
Smells like gem squash.
Let's see. Nice and soft. It does smell like gem squash. It should probably be a bit yellower, but as I said earlier, I think we harvested it a tiny bit earlier. But still looking good.
Ready for a taste.
I think so. Let's turn that off. So the gem squash we think is cooked. It looks cooked. We're going to do ours with salt, pepper and butter. But you can also, if you want a little bit sweeter, you can also do with sugar and cinnamon and butter, obviously, for that richness. I'm going to scoop all of that out. So this is turning out to be a tiny little bit of a mess. Usually the skin is a lot firmer, but because we were too eager, We harvested it way too early, so the skin is breaking apart a little. Let's see. Just drain off some of that water. There we go. Put the seeds to one side, then we just scrape off the flesh. As I said earlier also, it's usually a lot yellower, but this definitely already smells like gem squash.
Yeah, not too bad.
Mm.
We're going to have giant gem squashes.
Seems
Have a
like
look.
it. And then to that we like to add a bit of butter. Did you say enough, Natalia?
Yeah, that's good.
Some butter to melt in. We would usually eat it out of the shell, the half, but as I said, the skin is a little bit soft. So the butter makes it nice and rich and creamy. Oh, there's a little bit of skin in there. Let me get that out. And then we usually add a tiny little bit of salt, some pepper, and that should be good to go. As I mentioned earlier, you can also do the sweeter version, which you would just add a little bit of butter, sugar, and then some cinnamon, some ground cinnamon, which is also very yummy. So let's see. Tastes like gem squash.
It does.
Not quite as intense. It will probably intensify the longer it goes on, but very yummy. Very nice.
So it's confirmed we are growing gem squash.
We are growing gem squash. It's not some other funny type of courgette.
Awesome.
So the seafood rice is best served immediately while hot, but we're going to pack ours up into a picnic box with the gem squash, something to drink, and we're off to the river beach. So we'll see you guys there.
So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, peace and quiet, school holidays.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time before it's pumping again. Probably July.
I'm sure.
I'm sure we'll be busy again.
I'm sure.
So in our excitement to get to the river beach to eat, somebody forgot to pack cutlery.
Oops.
Yeah. So I think we're going to go, there's a little cafeteria at the entrance. I think we're going to go there, see if we can't find something to nibble on.
Yeah,
Because we're hungry.
very.
See you just now.
So I've ordered a bifana, piquant, and Steven's ordered a hamburger with ham and cheese.
Looks like ham and cheese on there.
Yes. Let's give it a go.
Let's see. So what do you think?
it's a good day.
Yeah, definitely. A lovely place to spend an afternoon, a day if you wanted to.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free entry. Lovely swimming areas. There's a couple of nice swimming holes. There's deep ones, shallow ones, so it caters for the whole
For
family.
everyone, yeah, which is really good.
Yeah, and the food at the cafeteria was also very good. We enjoyed the bifana.
Yeah,
The
it was good.
hamburger was also good. Well, not as good as the bifana though. Definitely
Yes, the bifana was good.
Yeah,
I did ask for piquant, but I don't know.
Yeah, it
Maybe my
wasn't-
taste buds are.
Yeah,
It wasn't that
it
hot.
wasn't very piquant.
No, but it was still good.
Yeah, and a lovely picnic area. Although you're not allowed to have a picnic, apparently.
Yeah.
That says on the board you're not allowed to have picnics. Nice bathrooms in the front, I saw.
Very nice bathrooms.
And the
yes.
cafeteria is very nice too.
Yeah, definitely
Everything
recommend
that
it.
you could imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna spend another little while here. Gonna maybe have another swim and then
And then eventually go home and try our seafood rice.
yes, because again, as I say, somebody forgot the utensils.
Small problem.
Yeah, next time.
So yes, thanks for joining us today, everybody.
Yeah, see you next time.
Bye.
Go!